Hi guys, Ashley here. Today I'm bringing you Wendy Chen from my team. We're going to talk about another phenomenal platform in China, which is Douyin. Wendy, so much talk about TikTok, Douyin, and people are a little bit confused. What is this platform really about? Are the TikTok and Douyins of this world identical? Are they different platforms? Why everybody's so excited about this platform? What's going on?
Yeah, actually Douyin is China now the biggest short video platform, and the main content on Douyin is about the UGC contents. It means that it is the user who generated the contents. And TikTok is another name of Douyin, but it's in the overseas market. Actually, there are several interesting news about TikTok just in the past week and also in this week. It's just like in past week, India has banned TikTok because actually there are several different news in TikTok, and the Indians thought this may not a really good thing, but actually TikTok is really popular overseas, especially in the Southeast Asia and also in the Europe. Another thing is like everyone knows about China's war is to ban from the other wars. Yeah, so just
internet wall, you mean?
Yeah,
internet wall.
Sorry, and just for yesterday, and we found that in Hong Kong people cannot log in TikTok. Yeah, so it shows that actually, although it's the same thing, but these contents are different. The TikTok's contents are from the overseas users, and the Douyin's content is from China's users.
So basically, there are two different servers. One server is for international market, and all the information, all the content is served outside of mainland China. And the other server is located within mainland China borders, and that is in line with cyber law regulations of the People's Republic of China. So basically the apps are very similar. They have similar interface, they have similar content categories, but they're not the same. The content is different, the content is stored in different places, and topics that people are essentially covering is also slightly different. But okay, as a user, we are right now talking about Douyin, we're talking about Chinese version of TikTok, the original one. What are some of the coolest functions? Why are users so excited and interested to be on TikTok, Douyin, and spend so many hours? I mean, it's so addictive to scroll that timeline.
Yeah, first I want to talk about the reason why people love Douyin so much in China. So first is about the short videos. Short videos is definitely one of the biggest trends in China now, especially after the coronavirus, because actually in Douyin there is a recommendation function, and besides what you the followers, besides what you have already followed, you can see the recommendations. But the recommendations is based on the AI technology, and it will find that what is your favorite content and who is your favorite KOL category. So and it is very easy to operate. You just use one finger to flip it, and you will find that every content I love it, and every video I just want to continue watch it. So when you found that 1 hour has already gone. So in this case, just 15 to 1 minute, 15 seconds to 1 minute's time, you can get really much content and really much information. It's about some like the tips and also the daily life, some interesting stories, and also like some short TV series. So it is very interesting. And the second reason why people really love Douyin is because based on the music community function, there is very the interesting concept, like many people are dance and many people are singing, and you can use specific stickers in Douyin to create your own videos. So in this way, people feel really engaged in this process. So I think these are the two top reasons why people love Douyin in China. Actually, for what is Douyin's most interesting function? Yes, for me, besides the content creating, I think the one is called the challenge. Yes, So actually many brands are using this function to do the marketing besides users, and it's how to operate it. So firstly, there is 3 kinds of different challenges in Douyin. So the like the super challenges, and also the brand challenges and the area challenges. So if you want to build one campaign based on this challenge function, you have to pay different money. So the most cheapest one is the area challenge. Is just to target specific areas such like Beijing or Shanghai or Guangzhou.
Location, right?
Yeah.
How much is it?
It's 500,000 RMB plus. And for the brand is the second one is it's like just based on the brand, and it has some like the limited spreadability, and its price is 2.4 million plus RMB, also RMB. And the most expensive one is the super the super challenges. And actually this challenges gives more function, and it's not only about you create a hashtag and to give some lucky draw or some tips and some campaigns you can only to take part in, but also there is some very like AI technology, and also the AR, the VR, and also the specific stickers, and so these are very, very interesting functions are in this. So this is the most expensive one, of course. It is like 4 million RMB plus. So if your brands want to do it, this is just for reference. And actually, these challenges got really good result for many brands.
And how do they get results? So imagine I'm a brand and I want to launch a challenge, and I've got no idea what kind of results. Like, what am I going to get? I'm going to invest, let's say, this 2 million RMB. So what is going to be the impact? How will it run?
Yeah, it's like firstly you create a hashtag, and beside under the hashtag you create a campaign. It's like two different kinds of content. The first one is a model. It will give you a model like some music or some specific videos, and you follow this model to create your own. But there is another one. It's like just a creative. Just give your topic and you took part in it. Just like for example, for the Gaokao, which has just passed yesterday.
Chinese national exam, right? The entrance, college entrance exam.
Yeah, many many brands are doing this marketing in the past few days. Just like such as Youdao dictionary of educational platform under the NetEase cloud. So they created content is like to share your Gaokao stories. So because actually almost everyone in China has experienced this suffering, this kind of experience. So
horrible memories of passing China's national standardized test.
Yeah. So actually in this case, many people are creating different kinds of videos. So now I think it gains already like more than 600 million views. Yeah. So and also in this function, you can insert your own link to the your own mini program in Douyin. So it can directly lead to some transaction.
So Douyin mini programs, they are local mini programs, or they lead you outside of the Douyin ecosystem?
Yeah, this actually now Douyin has explored its own mini program just in its ecosystem.
Are they successful?
Yes, I think it's just at the start stage, but I think it will go more successful in the next few years, in 2020 or 2021, because I think it's related to Douyin's e-commerce landscape in the next few years.
Can you also link your products to outside websites? To which ones?
Yes. So actually this is a very interesting point, because just in 2018 Douyin has signed a contract with with Taobao. Yes, and when you insert some product link, it can directly lead you to Taobao. But actually, maybe people will think that Douyin has some cooperation with Taobao, so it cannot cooperate with JD. But actually, just at the middle of 2019, Douyin has started to cooperate with JD and also started to encourage people to insert some JD links. So and at the end of 2019, Douyin started to landscape its own mini programs about e-commerce and called Douyin Xiaodian. So actually, we can see that because Douyin belongs to ByteDance, besides to cooperate with different kind of e-commerce platforms in China now, Douyin wants to build a really comprehensive ecosystem, just like Alibaba. Yeah, so I think this is next step.
Absolutely. Let's talk about the users of Douyin. Who within China is the most active on this platform?
Yes, actually Douyin now has more than 400 billion daily active users. So,
Million, I guess.
million, yeah. Yes, active users. So this is really a big number. And on Douyin, actually, mostly these people live in tier 1 or tier 2 cities, and they live in, it's very interesting because most of the Douyin users live in the southern part in China.
Southern part of China.
Yeah, and many of them like the post 90s, post 95s. So I think there is analysis report said that 90% of Douyin users are below 35 years old. Yeah, so Douyin's based on this kind of different user base. So I think Douyin's major features is the young and it's interesting, it's fun. Yeah.
But I also heard that there's a lot of users that Douyin has within lower tier cities in China, right? So why are they following it?
Yeah, because there is different, as we have already talked about that, Douyin's major function is, and the most basic function is the music community, but actually more and more different contents have appeared because Douyin is growing bigger and bigger. So in the lower tier cities, you can also enter Douyin to do we can see the live streaming to sell the products, and also for Douyin, because in the lower tier cities, to compare with the tier 1 and tier 2 cities, they have more leisure time. They have more time to enjoy this. They just after work, they lie on the sofa and to just use their phones to flip.
So very heavy users in lower tier cities, because a lot of higher tier cities, younger people are under a lot of pressure from work, from their pace of life, right? So in lower tier cities, the pace is a little bit slower, correct? Yeah. Let's talk about the marketing functions. So obviously Douyin is an incredible, huge app. There's a lot of users, there's a lot of content. How can marketers capture those opportunities in 2020?
Yeah, as we have talked about it before, Douyin is a UGC platform. So I think the most important one is the contents. Yeah, there is a new content type in Douyin is called the short TV series. We have talked about a little bit before, and there are many different kind of KOLs in Douyin are creating this contents to create a story to tell you what is this product from, and how can this product improve our life and change our life. Yeah.
Isn't this function copied from Kuaishou?
Yeah. Yeah, Kuaishou is the first one and the best one in the market to produce this kind of category contents, but actually Douyin is learning this and more
very fast, learning very fast. So let me explain again. It means you are creating a mini TV series, and the video is about 1 minute long, and basically you can tell a story not in just 1 minute video, but you can keep telling a story in a few videos that you publish on a daily basis, right? So this is becoming more and more popular on Douyin. What else can marketers do?
Also is another very important function on Douyin is you can do the advertising, of course, because based on so much daily active users, many people will see your advertising. So there is a very interesting advertise format in Douyin. It's called Open Ads. So it's different. Top view ads. Top view ads is different from the opening ads. Opening ads means that you open an app. Yes, and the first, you need to wait for like 5 seconds to watch this ads, and then you get into this app. But the top view ads is like you just enter this app, and it's just the same contents, like it's just one video of Douyin, but it is the first video you will see, so it will impress you most, and most likely you will finish it, because sometimes you cannot even figure whether it is an ad or it's just a normal content.
So basically they inject content in your timeline at the very, very top, and this is the video relevant to your profile, right? And to the things that you're watching. Very cool. What about bloggers on Douyin? Live streamers, bloggers, how can marketers cooperate with them successfully in 2020?
Yeah, actually for the live streamer categories on Douyin, according to some Douyin's data, the most successful contents and the bloggers on Douyin is about the cosmetics, the food, and also the beverage, and this this kind of very fast consumption categories are most successful on Douyin. So in this case, this industry's brands can consider QL promotion. Yeah, and also for different like 3C products are also very popular, and also the small home applications in China now after coronavirus also get really viral.
Yeah, there are mini ovens and lunch boxes that keep heating, and the mini coffee machines and whatever else. This is very, very popular. I remember just recently we had a big sales, mid-year sale, 618, and Douyin was participating in it. So the top selling category was in fact F&B, and I believe Three Squirrels was the brand that sold most, and they were very, very, very successful at it. It's a local brand of snacks. So their best performing product was 48 RMB, so it was very cheap. On Douyin, the products when it comes to sales that perform best are below 100 RMB, and the products that perform worst are above 2000 RMB. So because people again go onto this platform to get entertained, not to purchase. And if they see something they like, it needs to be something cheap and easy, something they don't need to think about twice to purchase, correct? Okay, great. Are there any other ways apart from campaigns, advertising, and bloggers that marketers need to know about? How about maintaining their own account? Is it needed? Because, I mean, if you go to a platform like Weibo or WeChat, okay, you're writing posts, you're writing articles, and you're communicating stuff. But on Douyin, the format in which you communicate is so different, right? It needs to be short video, you need to script it, you need to shoot it. You also don't just shoot it, you need to use features. You cannot just use your TVC on Douyin, that's not going to perform well. You need to use the features, the filters within the platform to make it truly native. So it becomes so much more difficult to actually get your content started. And besides that, on Douyin, really successful brand accounts, they produce content every single day, right? So what is your take on how shall brands be managing their own account? Is it really necessary to create content? What are the options here?
Yes, actually, firstly about the content, we can see based on the main function and the main features in Douyin is young and fun. So just to grab this feature. And secondly, I will have a new opinions like the KOC and the private traffic in China. So many people will think that using WeChat group is the most important way to maintain the KOC and also the private traffic pool for your brands. But actually, there are many brands started to use Douyin to do this kind of things. So such like Weilong, the most famous China snack brand, and also the Dr. Ding Xiang, the biggest China's medical media account. So this kind of different, besides their own official account, they will have another account, and this account will be represented by their own just one staff or just one person. It will act in a person way instead of brand way. It's just like, oh, I show my daily life in this brand, I show my daily life in the manufacturing to show that what we are producing, what is our brand story in a very personal way. So this is very interesting, and to interact with the consumers in a more more emotional appealing way. It's
a little bit like, you know, having Virgin Atlantic and having Richard Branson. So nobody wants to follow Virgin Atlantic as a company, but when it comes to Richard Branson as a person, everybody wants to know what did he have for lunch. And he of course also talks about him coming to the office and doing all those different things. So here we take it a notch down. It's not Richard Branson, it's not necessarily a CEO of the company, but it is a representative, somebody who works, somebody who understands the industry and the product, somebody who can take you behind the scenes in the office to the production line. And yeah, this is cool. So these accounts are very, very popular. What happens with a brand account? What shall people do? Just hire bloggers and repost their content, or shall they not open their branded accounts as well? What's your recommendation in 2020?
Yes, for some brands, I will say that it's a must for you to create a Douyin account. It's just we have mentioned the cosmetics brand and also the food and beverage account. You can use live streaming, you can use QL promotions, but actually you have to create your own original contents, your own original videos to make yourself more comprehensive and to build your own brand image. But besides this, for some other brands, if you want to enter Douyin, it is very, very actionable. You just need to cooperate with some QLs and to the QL promotion. So this is another very useful function in Douyin.
And if you want to create your own content for branded account, there are two routes. One route is you create it rarely. You don't publish it every day. You create posts there rarely, but then you also understand that there will not be so many opportunities to go viral, right? There will be not so many opportunities to really reach a lot of people. And the other way is you cooperate, you either hire a person who's your internal kind of Douyin ambassador, or you cooperate with small bloggers. You pay them let's say a monthly salary, wages, and they create content for you. They are bloggers, so they already know the functions on Douyin. They already know how to tell a story. They already know an angle. So they will be essentially your retained talents that help generate this content over and over again. And for many brands, you can also have a very simple account and have a sub account that Wendy was talking about with the person, with the key opinion kind of employee who talks about the daily life, the expertise, the product, etc., in a much more personal way. That's awesome. So what kind of industries do you believe shall absolutely be on Douyin, and what kind of industries are probably not so important for this platform?
Yes, firstly, actually the very most important is cosmetics, food, beverage, and besides this, we can also see that some 3C we have already mentioned, and also the luxury is very important, because now many people will think that luxury, they will not enter any e-commerce platforms or enter any social media platforms, but actually many luxury has already entered Douyin, such as Gucci, Burberry, and actually many of them are doing really good job. So so I think this is really this kind of brands are really important to enter Douyin. And besides this, some like the technology products and some e-commerce platforms or this kind of I think is less related to Douyin, but also if you want to do it, you have another just for the angle.
Thank you so much. I hope you've learned about Douyin a lot more than you knew before. Let's stay tuned for more insights on Chinese social media to come, and we'll chat real soon.